Alright, so what's up YouTube? It's Night Saint here back with another video. And this is gonna be the Ching 41. And this is like my series I'm doing where I just really just blindly find the chapter of the Ching and read and just really read it and get my understanding from it for real. So without further ado, this is 41. And without further ado, let me get into it. When people of the highest awareness hear the subtle way of the universe, they cultivate themselves diligently in order to live in the accord with it. When mediocre people hear the subtle way of the universe, they are impressed. When people who are low hear the subtle way of the universe, they break into loud laughter. If it were not laughed at, it would not be the subtle way of the universe. Thus, there is a traditional way to say that he who understands the subtle way of the universe seems dull of comprehension. He who approaches the subtle way of the universe seems to move away from it, but he who moves on the smooth path of the universe seems to go up and down as if traveling a rough road. The deeply virtuous are like an empty, receptive vessel, or receptive valley. The innocent appear to be sullied, the abundant appear to be deficient, the perfect appear to be defective, the honest appear to be corrupt. Hence, great space has no corners, great talent ripens late, great eloquence is silence, great form is shapeless. The subtle essence of the universe is hidden and undefinable, yet is the benefit of always subtly bestowed. Alright, and this is my understanding. Like I said, they said the great universe is formless, is shapeless. The fact that people let's be honest, the ego was always trying to box people in, it's trying to label everything. And in my head, the act of labeling something, the moment you label something, it's the moment that you prove that it's not what it is, right? It's like let's say for example in reality, people be saying I'm alpha, right? That's some of the most goofy shit I ever heard in my life. I hate that's like some of the most corny shit I ever heard, because if you really are alpha, there's no reason why you should have to explain that to people. It's like the moment that you say something, it's like you're trying to prove yourself. It's almost like a belief. How they say, like, if you believe something you don't really know, if you don't really, because you trying to put yourself on like display and show people, oh, I know this, I believe this. And it's like, you got to understand that if you really believe something, if you really know something, there's no reason to prove it. That's an intuitive way to live. If you believe something and you believe something wholeheartedly, why are you trying to convince other people that you believe this? It's like you believe it, you go about your business, and there's no reason to prove yourself to people that are on the same level as you are. There's no reason to prove it at all. And the more that you're trying to prove it, it's proving the exact opposite, right? So that's what they mean by, like I said, the innocent appear to be sullied, the abundant appear to be deficient, the perfect appear to be defective, the honest appear to be corrupt. And it's kind of just the act of life. Is that, when people be like, I want to be happy, like that's something that bothers, like my ego start to get bothered by people saying like you want to be happy, but you got to understand that, what would life be if you was always happy? It wouldn't be anything, right? Just like some people try their hardest to be perfect, and it's like by the act of you trying to be perfect, you show how imperfect you really are, and that's okay. It's that you just try too hard to prove something that you don't need to be proven in the first place, right? It's okay not to be perfect. We all not perfect. We all imperfect. And I like to say we all perfectly imperfect, and that's just the way that the universe creates things. Like I said, nothing in the universe is perfect the way that it should be. It's perfect in the way that it needs to be, and people need to get a greater understanding of this. Because I think if people got a greater understanding, if they wouldn't be so stressed and be so upset when they make failures or they make certain losses, because they got to understand that some things just weren't meant to happen right now, and some things aren't. Like sometimes you just can't force your will to be a certain way. You can't force something to happen that's not in your cards to happen. It may happen years later, it may happen a couple months later, days, whatsoever. It's not your choice to make that. It's the universe's choice. And all this, the way of the Tao was really asking you to take all labels off every expectation of yourself. It's asking for you to just exist. Don't put labels on anything. Just be who you are. It's kind of like the art of non-doing. And that's like one of my favorite things, is that sometimes when I feel myself getting stressed, I just try to just say, oh, you know what? Maybe this is the universe asking me to relax. Maybe I am overdoing it. Maybe I'm not supposed to be trying to push this hard. Maybe if I keep pushing this hard, something else bad happen to me. So it's kind of like trying to let me down easily, and it's kind of like trying to neutralize everything from me so I can be open to receive whatever I believe I'm supposed to be receiving. And that's kind of like the way that I really do it for real. It's like, whenever I feel like too much resistance from the universe, I'm like, stop. I'm like, okay, well, maybe this universe not wanting me to keep going in this direction for right now. Like I said, it's not like take with the YouTube stuff. Some days I don't feel like uploading. And so that's why when I try to make videos, I try to make them in a single time and just upload them. Because I can't speak for myself tomorrow. I may not feel like making a video, and then I wouldn't want to feel that laziness or that unmotivated energy to just make a video and then feel like I have did it. So I try to do it all in advance just because I can't perceive what's gonna happen tomorrow. I can't perceive what's gonna happen in the next couple of days. So I try to use the energy when the universe give me the energy to do certain things. I try to do as much as I can because I can't perceive what the future has in store for me. So yeah, the universe is shapeless, it's formless. There's no way to label it. You shouldn't label it anyway. The moment you label it is the moment that you prove that it's not what it is. It's like a tree, and that just goes in the ego, right? How they say, think about like a tree. Who named it a tree? Just because you named it a tree don't mean it's a tree. It could be something else. But the thing about it is, it's the universe in the end. The universe is everything. And this is something that I had to really understand is that through ego and agreements, we have came to the understanding that things are called things for certain reasons. That's just for us to have a better understanding of what's going on in our reality. But it's not really what it is. It's not really what we think it is. And that's just because everything is a universe, and these egos and these labels box us into a reality that's not really real. And it gives us these false feelings and false ideas that only locks us further down into imprisonment to a certain extent. And it doesn't allow for your mind and your spiritual mind to really exist. So, yeah. If y'all like the video, I thank y'all for even listening to my nonsense. And I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Thank you.